Nemá to ručky. Ale to tady je hrozně moc lidí. Já doufám, že máš tady kabel, protože tím bylo.
Aha. To je asi celku
Yeah, I know that. Basically, I kill myself before I come to the house. I kill myself right before I finish stuff. You know, just got during the trip. And then you feel like you're jet lag and do all this shit after. Yeah, and so, you know, when I go home, I just take a day off.
Jak to budu dělat? Máme tady Tomáše. No našeho, osou.
Cože?
No toho nového člena.
Kde?
Tohle.
A jak to funguje? Vím, že on fungoval pustit toho značky.
Ty vole, odkaď tohle jde? To je tvůj druhý displej, už.
Cože?
Jsi připojený, jo?
Jo? Já to vidím, když je za mnou, že jo?
Jo, ty máš kabel ze zádu. To je moderní. To není dotykové, co to je za... No ty vole. F11? F11, jenom. Husté, viď? To dobře to lítá, to vegáčko.
Aha, já mě zajímalo, že keď kliknem toto, že čím se že další jakože slavy, to stačí tu.
Tu prezentačku budeš mít ty?
Cože?
Tu prezentaci budeš mít ty teda?
A já povím začátek a potom Matej povie dvě stránky a potom jim ukážeme
Okay.
Můžeš se otevřít do Porting Fedora Activity.
Jak se ukončuje ten F11?
F11. Ty vole, používáš poprvé počítač?
V životě jsem nepoužíval full screen na to. A to tam je Porting Fedora.
No, Porting DB. Tak to tam dej. Dej, stačí Porting DB, ono se to přesune.
Ne.
Jo.
Ne, jako jo, ale prostě...
Jo, nebudem písat do prehledáčů na tom.
Jo, když to začíná Porting DB,
Petr, že neprnu
Tak je to, že jo, on je to shadow user, jakože jsem si vytvořil fake user.
Takže tam není Pornhub.
Takže to nevím, tak to není.
F11.
Cože?
První.
Tohle.
Já myslím, že Alt Shift.
No Alt Tab, ne? Teda Control Tab.
Jo?
No.
Aha,
No. To se na dvoužitě zkrátky než F11 prevola.
A já znám obě, jo, takže si jdete víc.
Já používám vždycky, že jo, co trvalo.
A proč jsi měl na první místo?
Cože?
Proč jsem na prvním místě na té prezentaci?
Protože to zvolíme na tělo.
Ano. Podle váhy. Jako tělesné? Jo, okej.
Podle abecedy, proto. HK, LM, nebo PPS.
No, okej. Ale podle váhy taky ne?
Ty už je iba minuta.
Zdráme. Jo, tady to je patnista, tamhle to je patnista, tamhle to je patnista. Neprojde to. Hotovo.
A kdo to tu má maskočky?
Welcome on Python 3 packaging workshop.
Porting.
Sorry. Python 3 porting workshop. Hopefully you all have prepared your Python 3 applications for porting, and guys can help you with them. So.
Okay. Hello everyone. Does anyone mind if I will sit while talk? Okay, thank you. So first of all, I'm Kuska, this is Miro, Hrončok, and this is my Stuchlik. We are Python main team in Red Hat, and we do like Python stuff, I guess.
That's what we do.
So welcome to our workshop, which in fact isn't really a workshop because this is a hackathon. So our idea is that there are several groups I expect of people. Like one group of people is our Fedora packagers, and another group would be like Python developers, and maybe there are groups which are both. And also there would be like some people who came here just to talk. And so we created like jobs, like task you can help us with at porting to Python 3. So this is our main page. It's porting DB for Fedora. It contains like a list of packages. Yeah, you can take a look how it looks. There is a lot of packages. You can choose like any package you would like to work on, and there are like different things you can do.
Here
For
are
example,
lots of packages.
like two main things that may happen is that one is the package has already a Python 3 support, but for some reason it is not in Fedora. So when you are a Fedora packager, you can create bug, you can create a patch for a spec file, and you can submit it to the maintainer. I have slide about this. Yeah, here it is. So you can file bug, create patch, and send it to the maintainer, and he maybe will apply it, and it will be in Fedora. So that's the first thing you can do. It's kind of manual process because we don't have information about upstream support of Python 3, so you have to check on it. And because of that, there is another thing you can do, and you can help us make our porting DB better in that way that you can add functionality to porting DB to query upstream for Python 3 readiness. There is a GitHub where you can find the porting DB. If you have any questions, just ask us, and we will provide you like more information. And as I was speaking about the Fedora packages, there are Python packaging guidelines you should follow when you are creating patches for packages. And if you are in doubt, ask me.
Or any of us.
But
go ahead.
I actually have a question.
Yes.
When we come across a package that is just doing Python-foo, should we also convert it to be Python 2-foo, providing Python-foo, and using the Python-file to obsolete, or should we just leave it as Python-foo?
It would be a nice thing to do,
Okay.
but it's not necessary according to the guidelines to convert all the packages.
Okay.
But it's a very good idea when you see a spec file that follows old guidelines, any
Yes.
situation,
Update to the
to
news.
update
So
it.
it's always good for.
So I've actually run into some issues with this. It's really great, by the way.
Yep.
But I've run into some issues where it makes it much more difficult to share spec files with like Apple packages because what's that?
Sorry, can you finish your question?
Oh, because the macros for providing the Python 2 and 3 aren't in the repo. So you basically have to have a bunch of good devs. Unless there's some
Or you have Git branches.
Try to get them in Apple 6. But they're in Apple 7. We'll try to get them in Apple 6. And I just do like
Okay.
Git for the Apple 6.
So maybe that happened after it's been a while since.
I mean, if you have a branch in packages with Apple 6 and 7, then your spec file is kind of mess.
Then your Git merge starts.
Yeah, then you have packages where there are rel 5 things in the spec file and stuff like that.
Okay, if it's in rel 7, I'm happy. I just, at some point when I tried it, I ran into issues because it wasn't there. And I was like, oh, I don't want to have to maintain.
It's not in the rel 7.
It's in Apple 7.
It's in Apple 7.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's
So-
in SC as well.
No,
not
that's
the,
one. Yeah, not
Okay,
Okay,
thank you. I'm happy.
Cool, we are happy if you are happy.
And if you're a Python developer, you would like to port things to Python 3, then Matthew will say something about it, I guess.
Oh, cool. Okay, so there are several tools and ways you can get help on how to port things to Python 3. One of the best books that I've ran across is Porting to Python 3, actually. It's available free online on that page in PDF, and you can order it as a physical book for like $5 or something. And it's just really good.
It's kind of old, but
Yes,
still the
next
best
page,
place.
please. And then there are a couple tools for helping you port from Python to Python 3, which we will hopefully use today. So the first one is 2 to 3, which helps you transform Python 2 code to Python 3. There's 6, which is a utility that provides several wrappers so that your code can function under Python 2 and Python 3 at the same time. There's Modernize, which is a bit like 2 to 3, just more, better.
Actually, if I can,
Absolutely, go ahead.
2 to 3 takes Python 2 code and
Makes
do magic to make it Python 3 code.
I'm
But
Python
Modernize do magic to make it both.
Yeah, right.
And usually, unfortunately, that's what upstream projects
once.
Once.
Yeah.
Well,
It
it's
would be
not
a very nice-
unfortunately, that's reality.
Yeah, and it's unfortunately a reality for the porters because it's much easier to just port to 3 than to actually try to port to both.
That's
Reality is unfortunate.
Yes.
Yeah.
reality is that the Python way upstreams have to work,
Yeah.
and
I understand the reasons.
dropping platforms is not an option for most of the real projects.
Yeah, I see all the reasons. It's just unfortunate for us. That's it. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, and then we have got the Py3C, which is a C macros for single source compatibility of C extension. So you can again write one C extension that's compatible with Python 2 and Python 3. Okay, that's about that. I would like to ask a few questions. Could I have a show of hands? How many people came here with a specific project in mind they would like to port? Is there some? Yeah. Could you give me the name, please?
It's my own, actually. It's Wiki TCMS, the crazy thing that talks to the Fedora Wiki.
Okay.
I
Cool.
want to make that speak free.
And what was yours?
Koji.
Code.
Okay. Good luck.
It's a 2 hours workshop, so start now.
Okay, there were a few more people, I believe. Yeah. Who was it? Oh, right. And was there another person? Ah, okay. Okay.
Okay.
And so, which people would like us to give them a small project they could work on? Is there someone like that? Would someone like to work on a project, try to port it to Python 3? No. Okay.
So what I would have hoped
Uh-huh.
to see is you actually taking some project and guiding so that everybody can see what the changes you are doing.
So you mean like live coding, right?
Yes, live coding for the audience.
Okay, we will start with Koji and at the end of the
Then in half an hour we'll be done.
I have a question actually.
Absolutely.
20 minutes.
Yeah,
Lost
sure.
with all
Oh,
these
yeah. Just run Type 2 to 3 on it, it'll be fine. So I've actually not played around with 6 yet. What kind of utilities does it have? And does it have utilities for dealing with the byte versus string? Because that's my biggest pain point in supporting both.
It's not like 6 is not a tool, it's a library, and it is supposed to work like when you use a lot of if-def code, like if this is version blah blah blah, then this, and it's so 6 covers those use cases. For example, imports for libraries, which changed in Python 3. So instead of you writing try import blah 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 except import blah blah blah, you only write from 6 import this. It's not like any magic there.
Okay.
It's like real compatibility.
So then let me rephrase my question. Do I get help managing the byte array versus string this problem?
Bonjour.
Yeah.
Because it's the
2 parts.
I write mostly network stuff, so it's lots of this, and it's painful.
2 things in this. 6 could help you in little things like, is this a string? That's a complicated question if you want to have a 2 and 3 compatible. So there is something in 6, I believe it's 6.string types.
Yes.
And you can just ask, is this type in strings, 6 string types? And then it gets the code is cleaner. But the actual decoding and encoding, that was done automatically in legacy Python.
Right.
And now in Python 3 you have to do it programmatically right.
Yeah.
And that's up to you to do it. And 6 cannot help you with that.
Okay.
And if you do it, these encode and decode thing, you probably don't break Python 2 compatibility, because in Python 2 you can write string.encode, .encode, and it results in string.
Trust me, I've written lots of those.
Yeah.
So are there like tools, you haven't listed any, but are there any tools to help with that kind of, the string types problem? Or is it mostly just
I don't think so.
Test suits.
Yes.
And
It's not the kind of tool.
it's the thing here is in Python 3, the idea is this is not possible to do automatically.
I don't mean automatically, but at least something helps you and aids
The biggest
somehow.
idea, the biggest problem here is not the Python itself.
Yeah.
It's that application has to have notion of separation
Yes.
between the problem domain data types, which it doesn't.
It just
In
adds,
many
and
cases.
having to handle that adds a lot of code that hurts readability, and I'm anti any code that hurts readability.
You can, if you use, this is something that's Python 3 only, so probably not very useful if you want to maintain compatibility with 2, but you can use type annotations in your functions and then run a static analyzer if something that's supposed to take bytes isn't sending actually string and stuff like that. I believe
I
that.
played with that, that's cool, but it doesn't help with two.
Is there
It
a
doesn't,
kind of
yeah.
annotation thing that's compatible with like a module Python 2 maybe? You could,
It's
Yeah.
a language
because I know
change.
people have written sort of typing things for Python 2.
Consider, for example,
They're kinda happy with
LDAP
people who've done
related
it.
stuff,
Oh, yeah.
where the same input to the same functions can be either
Yeah.
binary or
Yeah.
a string,
Yeah.
depending on actual attribute type in the LDAP, which is not really visible on the client side, so in the application that you write.
I'm not complaining about 3, by the way. I'm actually complaining about having to maintain compatibility with 2.
Yeah.
So.
Welcome to the team. Slides, maybe? Do we have more slides?
That was everything. Like
That was everything in slides. Okay, so now
right now is the process when everyone will choose his package and will port it.
and we can. How many of you are actually interested more in RPM packaging of this in Fedora? Yeah.
Well,
So
that's more or less clear. There are
You can still
guidelines.
do
You
it.
can do it, yeah.
It's a workshop, so
Well,
Yeah.
it can work.
what should we package then?
and then
There is
most of you actually in a porting of Python code, right? So if you look at the porting DB, there are red packages. Those are blocked by a dependency, and you probably shouldn't port a package that has unported dependency. So then there are light gray packages, which are packages that are not, they don't have Python 3 support in Fedora, but all of the dependencies, if any, are already ported. So if you don't have any package in mind, you can just browse this list and choose. It's actually much easier to port I don't know, don't choose a graphic application tool for doing something and stuff like that. Choose something little. You should probably choose something you know. There is a graph that takes ages to load, I guess. And yeah.
Okay. To the last page, you showed that for the DB,
Porting DB.
there's police score details, which is marked orange. Can you show what does it mean and click on it and?
Yeah,
okay,
we can
give
do
me a
that.
second.
Is there a way to search by users on the?
On a like package owners.
Because I think I saw it as you were quickly scanning by one of my packages. So I would like to know which of my packages.
It's
are
not
this.
there, but if you want this, you can also work on this, like edit there. Or
The functionality, the porting DB.
What do I just have time?
So, what do you wanted to see?
Police score details, it was on the top of this page.
Core details.
they're orange.
Orange, what does it mean? Why? And
If it's orange, it means that it is in some kind of progress. Like somebody created a bug for it, somebody is working on patches or whatever. Because we used to have before several of portings to Python 3, and there were people who started port some things, so they were marked like in progress.
okay, now you have it there. Are there more information on what should be done or need to be done? I have some kind of.
When you click on the package,
I would like to know how to work with this porting DB.
Okay.
yes. So I choose the free path. When you
Please
click,
choose police portals.
Okay.
Maintainer.
Dej Ctrl F, to nemá smysl.
To je
Police
to.
Operations.
So it's one of the graphical applications.
Most of the information in there is like gathered from the repos, and it's very hard to gather reasons for things. There are also text files, YAML files that describe. You can put descriptions in them, saying something like this and this and this person is working on it, and you can add URLs to repositories where the porting is happening, to Bugzilla and stuff like that. But this has to be done manually, so sometimes we do nothing. You can see the dependencies of these things, and this actually says that the bug is closed, but the thing is still not marked as done, which means either there is something that should depend only on 2, but it depends on 2 and 3. As you can see, Polysecurity's graphical user interface thing depends on 3 and 2, which is weird. Why would you need that?
There's specimen config tool, which is still written in a GNOME 2.
yeah, there is a dependency GNOME 2.
And while
GNOME Python
all
2.
the stuff from command line works on Python 3 already, this graphical tools is not ported yet.
Yeah, so that's probably why it marks as in progress, because it checks if every either if every package or subpackage only depends on 3, then it's fine, go ahead, move along, or if it has Python 2 and Python 3 subpackages, where Python 2 subpackages depend on 2 and 3 depend on 3. In such if there is a reason for a package to depend on both, etc., you can do a pull request on GitHub on porting DB to the YAML files and mark it as done and put there a sentence describing why.
Or I could probably move the desktop details to some subpackage which is only Python 2.
That would be great.
That
and
would be even
link
better.
them together with other tools.
Yes. So one thing about porting DB, it's not real time. It's generated once in a while. And if you are back on the main page, then in the top right corner, there is a date and time stamp
It'd be great if
where it was generated.
and you could see as people were coding.
No, but
I'm 35% done with code,
There is actually maybe a feature, I'm not if it's there yet, when you can see how many lines of Python or C code is used in a package. So when you click a package, try whatever, choose a package here.
Yes.
And in the down left, I guess, below the dependencies, you can see there are a lot of lines of code, so you move along and choose another package.
Also, we can show you our graph of the history. Green packages are packages already on Python 3. There is the 10 line of orange, which are packages in progress. And the gray packages are packages which are ready to be ported, like all of their dependencies are already solved. And the red one are the packages which have still blocked dependencies. As you can see, we are slowly climbing up.
And we also climbing up on the total amount of packages.
But not so much. There is a little blue thing, it means a packaging error.
Yes, it's probably like there was a Python 3.5 rebuild in Fedora, and some packages ain't built yet because they have some problem with compatibility.
So if I have Python 2 code, let's say those are basically scripts, nothing. Well, it depends on certain things. Package it only for Python 2, but the code of the script itself is Python 2 that I can then run modernize on it, right? To get something that works on.
Yes.
Should, not
And,
always.
that would be kind of the first small step.
Yes,
Check.
exactly.
Converting the code into something that at least clean it to work on.
That's how it works. Like we firstly, the first thing you want to port is tests, if you have any. If you don't, that's like really bad kind of situation.
Well,
But
it depends on the types of tests again, because the test might require actual, like in Samba case,
yes,
we have auto-generated C code, which also auto-generates C Python bindings to that C code, which then is used by the Python modules written in Python. Those can be converted to, those can be modernized, let's say this way, but they still wouldn't work with Python 3 until the whole set of modules that are auto-generated from auto-generated C code ported.
Sounds a little bit like Inception.
Well, it's all networking stuff. So the network protocols are defined in interface definition language idle, which then parses by some compiler and produces a lot of C code. It's about 1 million something lines of C code produced out of those definitions.
So you should start the porting in the generator and not on the result.
No,
It doesn't make sense, right?
Generator is one part that basically Piotr Victorian did a part of it,
Yes.
but has not yet submitted the generator of the Python modules upstream. So this part is still missing. The only the supporting libraries like LTP, TTP, TAL.
Yeah, Peter is member of our team.
Yeah, and the rest is not there yet. So I'm thinking to kind of look at this from the another side, because there's also a considerable amount of the code that the actual admin runs, the Samba 2 utility, which is written in Python, which, well, if we modernize that code first, then we kind of set a style for porting the pure Python code in modules, and then to the convergence from both sides, from the C modules to the Python code.
If you are able to test it in the middle of the process.
Well, in using Python 2, yes, because the Samba has comprehensive test suite, which runs like I think around 5,000 separate tests on the protocol level, which test a lot of different combinations of the code. Some of that code uses Python actually.
Now, I really don't know if this was a question or just
Well,
a description of a situation.
Just trying to maybe cross-verify if the approach
Sounds reasonable.
yeah.
From what I heard now, I didn't see the code and stuff. It sounds reasonable, but I cannot just say it for 100% sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Where were we?
We're
So the process,
Yes.
if it's not so complicated, your Samba's use case is very complicated. But if you have a, let's say, pure Python little project, is to run modernize
yes.
and run tests for see if you didn't break Python 2, and then run tests on Python 3. The test on Python 3 will probably produce some failures with some exceptions, etc. And then you start fixing those cases. It's a good idea to see if, when you are fixing a particular thing, like replacing this with that, to see if it's not a repetitive pattern in the code, if you shouldn't like find and replace it everywhere or whatever, and you run tests. And you run tests until all the tests are green. And when all the tests are green on 2 and 3, then you actually try to use the thing. Sometimes it's hard if you don't know what the project is supposed to do, but if it's your project, you probably know that. So, yeah, you're laughing, but I was porting stuff that was supposed to run in some cloud platform somewhere. It did this and that. I couldn't understand it. All the tests were green, but when you run it, it actually crashed. But all the tests were green. Yeah. So then you run it and try to figure out if everything is working. So basically you are doing some manual testing. And if that works, you're probably ready to submit it to upstream, or if you are upstream, then go ahead and merge it to master or devel branch or whatever the upstream is using. And then others will probably use it as well, and they will report bugs if everything is broken, which happens also sometimes. Once this is ready and the release is ready on Python package index or whatever, there comes the second part for Fedora mostly, is to introduce the Python 3 subpackage or whatever and make it also run and be available in Fedora, and then it turns green in here and everyone is happy. So you want to see some real coding thing?
I'm wondering how Mike's doing on code. Are you all done yet?
Well, I have run Python Modernize on all of the client-side code.
You can come here. We can plug in your monitor and we can work on it like everyone together.
Yeah, let's do it. So far, I've got it to the point where it's no longer broken under Python 2. Actually,
That's a good point.
that I know of. I'm running a very simple test, but I can run the client and say hello to my local Koji server, and it doesn't vomit. For the Python 3, though, that's going to be a lot of work. And mostly because of the evil things we do with PyOpen SSL in the SSL libs. Yeah.
So are you willing to come here and so we can all do this together, or you prefer to work alone?
Do you guys want to do that?
I guess
Why not? I mean, it would be fun, right?
I've still got about 10 minutes before I have the non-badge install, so I got nothing.
we have a LAN Ethernet cable we can share. Batch index? Oh, keyboard.
No.
It's not a keyboard. Maybe it. Yeah, this one. You'll just
sit there.
You will sit here and.
Yes, I
we
will,
just
I will
want to show
move you. I just want to show something. I mean, God damn it.
Okay. Nee, even verder naast. Ja, dat ben ik.
If you are a collector of badges,
For Fedora.
you can also receive a badge. we have a special badge for porting Python 3.
That is one of the best badge names I've ever seen.
It was his idea.
How is it awarded? Is it?
Manually awarded.
No, it's manual.
Yes, you have to.
But I don't have to change houses, do I?
All this joking about her expired is slowing you down, man. Come on.
Come on. Yeah, okay. Come in.
So, I think most likely that this may just get really complicated and turn into port to Python requests.
No, we can actually do that. Or if you have a C code, the good thing to do is to drop it and port to Cython. Yeah, drop Samba and port it to Cython.
So here's the thing. Samba supports like 60 different operating systems and platforms. Not all of them have Python 3 at all. Some of them have
Be there.
pretty old
Okay.
Python 2.
Like 2.4 or
Gotta hide my porn
2.4,
first.
well, we settled down on 2.6 now as a kind of baseline. Yeah, and it still has to work because the build system for Samba is written in Python as well. Yeah, well, that part already at the level that it can work with Python 3.
Or just go ahead and port it to Go or wherever.
Work on something easy.
What's the resolution on this thing?
Native is 1024 to 768 or whatever is the normal. It's written on a paper in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just do that.
1024 768. Cool.
Let's see if I can work at that resolution without dying.
And you can see everything in here.
Okay.
So.
All right. So what I did, this is the one commit. It modernized it a couple odd things I had to fix, but and this is really a small subset of Koji. It's just the CLI command and the handful of libraries that the CLI command actually uses. So this is what it's doing in Koji.
You can see here the 6 library.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What does it do?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
6 move config.
So this is only basically what modernized it.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah, I fixed a couple things. Oh, one thing it did was it put those from future imports above the hashbang.
It's
So-
just probably something that should be easy to fix in modernized.
What? Yeah.
Somebody can do that as well.
Yeah.
How far back do you need import print function?
2.6.
2.6.
2.6.
So it's not.
Only 2.7 doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of print in the CLI, so that looks like a lot of this.
And
Yeah, printing.
does it put lists into 4 cycles? Like, can you go up? Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like an
here it is.
explicit list, because I
Yeah.
suppose that turns it into. That might not be required in this case, but
It might not.
yeah, it's just probably better safe than sorry.
You could do git add -p and go through each block, and if it's just the print stuff, just add it, and then you can review the rest. I
Oh,
find that's helpful.
okay.
It makes like the grain dot pattern you have to go into smaller.
All right.
Okay. So lots of prints.
Lots of prints. So let's see. So here's what happens if I see. So this is if I run it through Python 2. That works. If I run it through Python 3, the warning is expected, but I don't think that module's ported yet. And yeah, it's because this code is doing evil things to the.
Yeah,
to
it's
the
using private
Yeah.
objects. So
Please
kind of
don't
expected.
use that module anymore. It's KRB5, KRBV.
Yeah, use JSS.
I mean, could you bundles SSL module or whatever it is?
It comes. You don't. It's
You don't want to know.
yeah.
KRBV may never come to Python 3, and that's fine because
I think we know this. So it's Python Kerberos or the other
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Then that one.
No, Python GSS API.
GSS API, and that one will do proper GSS API just
Yes,
like a web
correct.
browser does, and
Yes,
then we're
correct.
going, yeah, and we'll that's a I can't do that porting here.
Understood. I'm just saying, I'm a Kerberos guy.
Okay.
So that's my day job.
Okay.
So
let me get your
please don't.
let me get your card.
Yeah.
Do you know Mike Benet?
He's the guy who did the packaging for Python GSS API, isn't he?
No, I think he's the guy that wrote Python Kerb V, I think, or did
No,
it.
no.
He didn't maybe not wrote it, but I don't know. He did all of it.
C is most of my day job. I work on KDC.
Okay.
For MIT.
So
So is this something we are stuck on?
how about I want to try this. Let me try. There's no auth. So that's going to.
We should figure out like how to replace the socket file object.
All right. Let me.
But it actually got some module object, so it's not none, right?
Yeah.
So there's something.
Let's see if I can do this with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
no auth type equals none. I don't know if I can.
That it would be none and not a module.
If I just.
So now we're gonna try without SSL, right? Or
Try commenting these things out. See if that gets it to.
Why it still runs?
I don't know. Okay, here. Let me just hack this really badly here. Yes.
I would be like frozen in my seat.
Yeah.
This is extreme pair programming.
All right.
Let's program and simultaneously get judged by 30 people.
All
So
right.
what you get is because you import SSL common unconditionally way above this.
Yeah.
It's just a dot import.
Oh, is that the import?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It fails here.
Oh, it tells it the import? Okay. Well, then we can.
I guess the second one should also.
Well, no. Well, that's actually how we get the actual SSL module. That's because we have in Python 2 with the import. Anyway, I had to do that so I could import the SSL module because we had a module named SSL. Because
there
we
is
were dumb.
SSL module in Python, so
right.
So it will be imported without the dot.
All right. Oh, that's fixable, maybe.
You're
Just
all
install it.
URL lib 2, isn't it something?
Python 3 URL.
And now we wait.
You can use a Ethernet cable here. You don't have to wait 10 minutes. Python 3.
Python 3 URL.
Oh, of course.
Python 3, URL lib 2, version 5. What? No package. I don't think this is an actual Python 3 thing.
What the hell?
Right. Did they change?
Yeah, they merged the API with URL lib 1.
Doesn't
Right.
6 have things for this?
Yeah.
Isn't there a
I
URL
I
lib
think
3 now?
Yeah, but that's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
That's what request uses. I think there's 6 modules for URL lib and URL lib 2 under. It kind of smushed
Yeah.
them together.
Okay, just didn't fix that. So, anybody know offhand how I?
I don't. There's a whole list of them. 6 has a page where they list out
Yeah.
all their modules.
It's 6.moves, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'm pretty sure it has URL stuff in it because I
This.
used it.
6
I don't know where
That's
this doc is.
online documentation.
Yeah. There's URL. I see URL. Control of URL.
Have-
There you go. There should be a table right down the bottom of the page or something. Six.moves.url. Yeah, keep scrolling down. Keep scrolling down. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. There's your URL lib stuff.
All right.
And I think there's a table at the bottom that makes it easier. See if you get all the way down. I know there's a table somewhere.
Now table goes above this list.
That was a different table.
Oh.
So what actually you are using from URL 2?
Good question.
Can we have a
Yeah, you
look?
need to know that because they're all different.
This is in it. Here we do.
And
URL
use
open.
URL open.
Use URL
And
open.
now go back to the page and Control F URL open in the docs.
No, that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that click that one.
So you want URL lib request. You want from 6.moves.url lib.request import URL. I think.
Stop.
And then, or however, if you don't want it to be, you want it to be namespace. You can do it.
All right. So from 6. .moves.url lib import.
No, from 6.moves.url.request. Import URL open, and then you change the call to
Yes.
URL open. That should do. And you're probably going to hit URL parse in a minute.
Yep.
That one's in URL.parse.
Yeah, something like that.
From 6.moves.url.parse, URL parse import.
Not dicks. Definitely not importing dicks.
That's an entirely
Robert,
There's a high tariff on those.
URL.parse. 6.moves.url.
we just googled URL lib sucks.
Yeah, I made like a mistake. I wanted to.
What the hell was it?
Some hackish website. I have no idea.
URL parse.
Do I just? Yeah. Okay.
Import URL parse. There is like a page where they're all just listed and I can't find them.
I mean, that one is not ported.
No,
so.
So we are done.
All right.
Yeah,
Thanks, everybody.
Just check what is used from Euro driver. I think you can replace it with PyCurl or whatever.
How about I just comment it out and we go to the next one?
Yeah.
Oh, it's in somewhere else.
It's in C2.
Yeah, it's CLI. Okay, well that won't matter. We don't need C. We don't need that.
That one is not ported to.
DNF maybe.
So you need to
don't need that.
Right? Don't need that. Yeah, if your code is not compatible with free,
Okay.
just delete it.
Okay, back URL split. I guess it's going to be the same.
If it doesn't work on Python 3, it's probably not worth running anyway.
Yeah, there is a project on GitHub that interprets Python, and every time there is an exception or something, it deletes that line because it's a bad code, right? So you can maybe run this on delete all.
You have nothing left. Like this. URL of split. Oh, jeez, you're using a lot of URL.
What a split port? I
No,
don't see.
it will split the address on the port. So we'll
Yeah,
get the full port on
it splits the port
Yeah.
off of, and at one point in the ancient, that line is probably pushing on 11 years old right now. You know?
It has URL parse and URL split, so I would imagine one of them is going to
Yeah, let's see what we're doing here.
I think
It's
the Euro
in,
parse, I guess.
It's not trivial because you need to consider semantics, for example.
Actually, it's not that old. So I just want to split the host so I can do something else. So
Isn't it also in the moves thing? Or it's just not there anymore?
what will URL.split give me?
I think it will split like on the
URL split, and it says it gives you scheme network path query fragment port. That's what URL split gives you. So port is the last one. So I don't know why it has no index.
Is this like return an object with
It
these?
returns a 5 tuple without the path. So then, but then you can use a convenience
Oh,
attribute.
but it's it's a subclass of tuple. Yeah, I've seen some libs do that. So
There you go. So you'd have to do dot port.
and I think the only reason I didn't do that here was because at some point I cared about a version of Python where this
Didn't have this.
varied a lot, and I wanted to use what seemed to be the safest version,
I
but
guess
no.
that's why it has the convenience attribute.
Yeah.
To not change the tuple.
Okay.
Because people are unpacking the tuple, yeah, that would probably be why. So you have to use the attribute.
Dot equals.
So is it? So I mean, you'd have to get the return.
So hostname import. All right.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't. Yeah, we got to do the 6 dot moves for the URL split.
All right.
So URL split is from 6.moves.url and .parse. But I think you used it's hold on. URL split. I don't think did you use
I just
URL
copied.
Split? Well, look at the function call, not the import.
Oh, that's.
You need to delete that. No.
Oh.
It was called only .split you called before, right?
Oh,
so
I want URL split.
Yeah.
Yes.
Except I already had that, so maybe I already did.
Wait, what did we do?
Here was the port split or split port line.
Okay.
Where's your cursor? So
I got scheme, and right, because it didn't use to split the port off. I think it was anyway. Okay, so I've already got that. So got the URL.
Can I ask a question
yes.
before we go too far?
Sure.
Given Koji's sort of unique position within the Fedora community,
Sure.
Is there really any point to maintaining Python 2 compatibility?
Yes.
Because
lots of people besides Fedora use Koji.
Okay.
Yeah, and I personally use it on some RHEL 5 systems quite a lot. Now I'm hoping to get rid of that, and I'm probably going to have to because I think when I do this, that's not going to work on RHEL 5 even.
Just as a general point, outside of the Koji case, that might be a question that's it's good to ask before you begin this porting, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's something that, like let's say it's an end application that's something very specific that you're going to run and nobody else.
Right.
There's not worth the effort to try to do both. Because there is effort in doing both.
But I've had numerous conversations about Koji and Python 3 for a while now. People have been asking for a while. You guys have been working on this stuff for a while now. And so there's a bunch of arguments for the different approaches. And the one thing that really resonates with me, which makes me wish I could just port to Python 3 and be done with it, is that when you do this works here and works there thing, you're getting lowest common denominator. You're saying, I'm going to have this run on Python 3, but I'm not going to get to use all the awesome things that Python 3 can give me.
That's the pain in the ass. Python 3 talk. When you're compatible with 2 and 3, you're using a language which is just a subset of both, and it's worse than both of them.
Yes. So, and I mean, I've been feeling that for a while because I've carried about multiple versions of Python 2x for a while, and that also sucks. Not nearly as bad as this. So I'd love to just ditch it, but I can't. I wish I could quit RHEL 5, but I can't.
I'm not saying
it really depends on your user base.
How big is the Koji code base? Would it be like ideal to support 2 versions of Koji? One would be like only bug fixes for Python 2.
What's probably going to happen is probably going to split the code base up into some smaller chunks and have a really simple, probably end up with some really simple client-only library version of Koji that's for Python 2, and that will work on all the RHEL. So if you can talk to Koji there, but then there's also the fun part is I probably want to do more than just talk to Koji on RHEL 5. I probably want to still maintain the ability to run a builder on RHEL 5. Because at some point in my life, something is going to need to build. It's not going to build with a new kernel. I'm going to need a freaking thing. So welcome to my life.
I just wanted to ask.
Well, no, I think it's maybe a good discussion. These are the sort of things that come up outside of the code. But I'll stop now.
One thing about the code, you've been changing stuff, and it's a good idea to sometimes check again for if you didn't break 2. Yeah, but since we are changing this, you showed us it works on 2 at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And now if we do it in 2, you see?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We just broke it.
Yeah, you removed the line where you assigned a port from the split port function. There were, you see the port, so
the explicit port.
Here, where you split the port on 2 hosts and port.
Oh, okay, yes,
And
thank you.
remove
Oh,
the-
right, I thought that was also self. All right, never mind. All right, fix that. So,
So, no.
did I assign them both before, or just that one?
But you don't use it later. It's
I use
just
it
a
later.
single
Yeah.
line below
Yeah.
this one, which is no.
No?
You go back.
Keep the self, and just on the
Change
next line,
change
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 to self. Yes.
Yeah, in the argument of
Self
the bool port.
Look ahead.
Here. There should be self port.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's just silly.
That's just an error.
That's just a typo I made a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
But no one saw it, so we're all to blame.
Yeah.
There are more ports.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you should put it in the self.
Maybe
Wasn't
wasn't
there
that
before, so
scope
why would you-
before?
Yeah. I said it. There we go.
There's another one.
The self one isn't set till later,
Right.
and
Yeah.
it's complicated because there's an override or something like that. All right.
Ooh, it's doing stuff.
It's doing it for too long.
Yeah.
And it's hanging.
Debug print.
Oh, I know why. Because yeah. Let's try. Let's just see if we get further.
Create unver.
Oh yes, that was removed in Python 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
In what? In Python 2?
create unverified context.
No,
It's-
we disable imports from the SSL. That's where it comes from.
Yeah. Did we?
No.
We did.
No, we didn't.
It has
Because
a
you-
PySSL module, it just doesn't have. There is a PySSL module. it just
What
doesn't
version
have
of
that.
Python 3 you have?
Fedora 22, whatever.
So 3.4.
Because most probably the thing is that the unverified context is in Python 3.5. I have no idea. I have to check on this.
Speaking of other meta topics, one thing we've talked about for the Rel 5 case is using SCLs on auto Rels to get Python 3, or just backporting Python 3 to in any other way to Rel, any Rel targets that we care about, so that you can again do the less painful,
And
nice
do-
way. But
do we have a CL for Python?
I do. You know, I
Five?
did.
What
I-
again?
Unreal 5?
Do we have it?
Probably not for 5.
Do we
But
have
we probably have it
SCL
for 6.
five?
No, there's only for real 6. Real 6 outside.
Yeah. But I mean, if it exists on, if somebody's done the work to do it
It
on,
doesn't exist on 6.
if it's on 6, then there's a chance you could, do a little work and make that build on 5.
I'm not sure that actually has 3.5 there,
Yeah.
but that's a question of updates for the SCL.
3.5.
Yeah.
So, I don't want
Well,
to.
it's easy to check. Go to softwarecollections.org and
Yeah.
see what's there now.
What
Oh,
should we do
that's,
about this?
oh, the spicy cell. Oh, that's not the system library. Oh.
I renamed it because we had a name conflict. So that's just Python's SSL. That's like if you normally import SSL, that's what you get.
PySSL is the system library of
Yes,
SSL.
it's Python's SSL library. That's what it's supposed to be. So I do an import SSL in my SSL library that masks that
when
one.
I check the SSL library of Python 3, there is create unverified context.
Okay, so
You can get syntax errors when you just start Python 3.
There's some.
I have
Python
I have a
RC.
Python RC that does some nice things that are. I think it tries to ports the nice readline module that gives you all sorts of nice tab completion in Python 2. It's handy, but it breaks in Python 3. Except I'm getting tab completion now anyway, so and it doesn't.
Create there is no unverified.
Yeah.
Why is this so?
And you can see it here.
Yes, I can see it on Python 3.4.
Maybe your Python installation is...
What's the exact version of Python 3.4?
342.
342 was in RPM.
This is the SS. Can you?
It was
I don't
built
have
in
it.
December, but changed longest from
I
July.
don't have it.
What you don't have? Unverified context.
Yeah. Does it create?
Maybe it's maybe it's hidden in the.
I don't think so. I think it was added in 3.4.3 then.
Yeah. So there's another way to do that though. I could do default context. That might.
I will tell you. I will check what does unverified context call. It would be.
Oh, in fact, I just have that comment in line. Let's try this one.
Which we commented out.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't you miss the raise line?
Yeah, I did. I did. I hit the wrong direction key.
Okay.
All right.
This is a high quality course.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that we hit that means we're getting an exception because it's in an exception handler.
Okay, now we came to the strings.
The strings.
And the fun begins.
Now,
Have we got a nested exceptions?
at this point, you open the bottle of some booze. Okay, so what do? You write data.
Koji.
Yeah, this is I'm writing to the socket to do stuff.
Yeah, what is string? The data is a string or?
It's
Yeah, let's try. Let's see if that helps. Hey, we got something.
Queuing. We have two exceptions inside of each
All
other.
right,
This
so
is
we're
a
doing
new
a
feature about
yeah.
the-
This is sending the post request. Then we send. So we got the post part.
I think you have to decode the data to bytes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
this
sending.
is all byte strings, isn't it?
Hmm?
Send, yeah.
So I guess data is a string,
And you have
and
to
you want to send binary or not binary but bytes.
bytes. Right.
So you have to decode data,
All right.
I think it's decoding, right?
encode.
Encoding.
All right. So
I never know which one is which.
Yeah. I always try like. Does it have an encode? Does it have a decode?
It's send all somewhere.
Yeah, there was send.
Yeah, send
This is not that one. It was another.
it's
It's-
let's see, where is it in? Yeah, but
It's,
it's in send one call.
Yes.
But that's probably
OG.
the stuff is probably defined elsewhere.
1817 or something.
Yeah, but the
You want to encode data as late as possible.
Okay.
So just
Okay,
encode
so-
it before the sending.
So what do I just handler goes into the
And this is not
And
that
where's the
one.
error?
It was line 108070.
Yeah, it's 1817.
1870, right?
Shit, I don't know the test file here.
This
okay.
is the last one.
This is the last one.
Right below that, yeah.
All right. So
And
send
just-
request. So should I just encode it?
Yeah. And use UDF8.
Yeah, for now, and for later keep it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Looks the same.
dash.
But dash.
It works with both, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's try. I don't know. There's something else is going wrong. This should not be taking that long. And well, it didn't bomb it yet. Ha! Git commit.
I wouldn't do that. Git vomit.
Git vomit. Oh.
So can I do a tweet that Koji is pretty much already defined?
That was. What's next?
Let's
Let's
try
see
to
what-
remove all the things he
All right.
commented out and enable SSL.
We don't need authentication.
Come on, guys.
Let's see if Python 2 still works.
It's a good thing
yeah.
that porting to Python 3 has no subtle issues whatsoever.
Works.
All right.
Okay,
I think that
what is your fast username? I'm giving you the badge.
Mike M.
Let's try to make work another comment from Koji.
Make what?
Another comment from the Koji client, or is it the only comment? I never used the Koji client, so I have no idea.
Okay.
If there's like
Oh,
anything
what do you want me to do?
like the comment you typed to send this.
Yeah.
Didn't check. There are any other comments?
Oh, well, there's lots. Yeah, that's just the simplest one. That just says open the connection to the server, send
some
a message, and see what happens. And yeah, if I take
so
no
let's
off.
try to switch on the authentication.
Well, that we basically disabled that, so it's going to fail. So we'll do no auth. List tags. Get some actual data back.
And so
Can I claim the badge for what?
I'd probably take off the XMRPC debugging.
To a package in MWK in Fedora that I'm packaging to fix Python 3 support.
And that's so absurdly slow, and I really that.
The others as a cable. That counts, right? As a cable.
Username?
There's a cable that you can hook.
Oh, it's all on.
Like time with me now. This is
No, it's I'm not using the network. I mean, it's all local to my laptop.
Oh yeah.
Or am I?
Because you get the.
Oh, I know why. Yeah, that's why it's slow, because I'm not using my local one. There we go. It would help immensely if I talked to the one that's running on my laptop instead of the one that's running in Phoenix. All right, back to fast.
That was Python 2.
Yes. And it was testing it with its local Koji instance.
Yeah, that should be easy.
All right.
Let's use keyword argument for key function. SumUp is no longer a thing.
Yeah. It's Koji.
And that's a symlink. It's weird. It's a weird artifact of one of the ways that you can use different Koji client profiles. It goes by the $0. So 3815.
Fixed option parser for Python 2.3.
So what are you saying? Get rid of the lambda?
No, I think
No, the thing is,
Oh.
the CMP was removed.
Yes. So tag sort key. Can you pass like a list of keys to? Did you say that the sort method was removed?
No.
There is a parameter in sort function, right?
there's something happened. CMP is gone, or
CMP is gone. Yeah.
Okay, CMP
so
is.
basically you are now giving a sort CMP function, but you should give it something else.
You should do it like it should be sort key equals
Key equals name. Key equals name.
It was.
maybe, right?
Yeah. Totally should be key.
Let's try.
I mean, that's weird. That's not gonna work. Yeah, it has. So it has to be like a lambda that returns
A lambda A returns a name.
key. Yeah, a name.
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have a typo.
Lambda. It's not lambda.
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 Lambada. That's
Yeah. This should work.
Yeah.
You don't sound convinced.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
You see how much happiness
Porting to Python 3 brings me.
All right.
Python 2?
Python 2.7 works with key.
This ought to be fun.
Okay.
All right.
That was 2 or 3?
What?
Was this 3 or 2? Python.
Python version.
That was 3. Yeah.
3, yeah.
There's a lot of. That's one of the more complicated client codes too. So that's.
Nearly done.
Yeah. Well, you gave me the badge, right? I'm now no longer motivated to do any porting.
We will create another badge.
Do they have levels? Do you get like
No,
one?
it's manually awarded, so I was like, how do we do levels? Do I keep a table with numbers of packages somewhere and then... Maybe. So I was thinking about...
to make a ported Koji to Python 3.
And all of us should get it.
Let's see.
Well, at least you don't have a lot of commands to test.
No. There's no test suite for the client, could you? Okay.
The test suite is in his hat.
There are a number of ad hoc tests that we have, but we don't have. Well, that's a thing. I know it's bad, but I'm very careful.
What could possibly go wrong?
Mike, I have some code that uses the Koji client. You could try that.
At least you're not using it to build a mission critical OS. So.
Yeah, there's lots.
Let's build some images then.
Well, that's going to fail because we haven't touched the builder that also runs on here. But then I haven't installed it yet, so we'll get the Python 2 builder, so it'll be okay.
Could it work like the client is written in Python 3 and the server is written in Python 2? Or
yeah,
that's what we are doing right now, isn't it?
Just making sure.
We were talking to remote Koji, which was in Python 2.
Yeah, this will be a good thing.
Fake RPM.
It does nothing. It's a test case. Right, can't build without auth.
Yeah.
I mean we.
You need the authentication for building.
All right.
So what is this SSL? Do you have some layer for SSL library, or I think you could like replace it with SSL backport or whatever.
Why backports? We are talking Python 3 and we are backporting things forward.
Let's see.
I mean, there's a package called SSL backport, and
but
it contains like.
Well, had we fired off that build, we would have been able to watch it after it started. So
cool.
Just KDEV.
Yeah, and the next thing we should do is make KDEV the Python 3 thing and then introduce KDEV 2.
Because we've done that with Python.
Exactly, because that.
And KDEV, just a little local hacky thing I have, makes it easier. It just does Python path equals my checkout and runs from there. It works. All right. Well, I think my brain is about done. I'm gonna.
How many time do we have? 1 hour. So let's go with.
Who's next?
Any other volunteer? Please don't bring Samba.
Free IPA! Go!
Free IPA is almost done.
Yeah, it's almost there.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But that means only the hard problems are left.
Yeah.
Yeah. It means
That
it's
damn long tail.
So do we have some package we need to port?
Okay, let's choose someone to port. I would go with Slavik Kamera. Come here, over here. You can port live. You are looking like you are
If you don't
coding
come up, we'll
something.
vote you out.
No, you really don't told me that I might go.
So you can port some code to go. If it's easier than porting to Python 3.
Do we have any tool that like modernized ports to go?
I guess yes, because there are tools that generate Python code, there are tools that generate Perl code from Python code, so
Why would you ever want to do that?
I have no idea, but I've seen that.
Okay, so nobody wants to port something, so let's just go and port something, but we need to establish what do we port.
Yeah, let's choose something. Barman. That sounds like fun.
Sounds like beer, and
Yeah, exactly. What is it?
how many lines are there?
See Barman. How many lines?
So, yeah, we should stick to only porting things that are related to alcohol in some way.
Like Goji?
Like Koji.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that Koji is the mold that they use to brew sake.
Yeah.
Okay, see, this was awarded 47 times.
Nice.
Okay, so porting DB. Let's just assume it will not suggest any other sites. I was fast.
Well, you have a cable, so you can be really fast.
Okay, so what do we port? We can look.
Maybe take a look at the graph, possibly.
How about Yum?
Yum.
That should take an hour, right?
Yeah.
Well, we ported Koji in
Yeah.
like 40 minutes. So
Exactly.
we should definitely add some functionality like give me an easy package.
Or
And
some random function which will like output you some package.
It's here.
It's here. It's right on
Is
the
there?
top.
Oh.
How about Sphinx Web Tools? No.
It should spit out a random package and then revoke commit rights to all your other packages until you import it.
That would be really evil. But I don't know how to make it change.
Why?
I thought you can just hit update until you.
I mean, it's generated, right? So.
Oh,
counts.
so everybody sees the same package.
Yeah.
Nah, you
No,
shouldn't
I
be.
don't think so.
Shouldn't be.
So
Shift F5.
let's see, Scribus.
Yeah, I see Sphinx Web Tools.
That's
It's-
weird.
it's
It
generated.
used to be different. It used to be JavaScript.
Yeah.
Units, webs,
Oh, V8.
V8.
Or let's port to Doge.
Yeah. Good idea. That's very useful for other packages.
Well, you could start with Westnode.
Okay, so it has.
Is there a view on here that would show you the most block package? Or the package that blocks
Yeah,
the most other
Take a look at the
packages?
graph. It's just porting
Wait,
DB
wait,
slash.
Can't even get it to load.
Oh,
Oh.
god damn it. Well, just
Then you see this level like hives of packages around twisted.
Okay.
Or let's port Doge. It has
Yeah.
279 lines. We can basically rewrite it.
god damn it. No slash.
Graph to her. It doesn't work. Where's the graph?
Tak ještě jednou, zkus ještě za to hledat.
Graph. Yeah.
So this is designed so that we can figure out which package blocks the most other things.
So the darkest one is
Yes.
the
Yeah.
most critical.
Exactly.
So this is boost,
Boost.
and this is Python matplotlib, which is ported.
They also appear to be the most difficult.
Koji.
Oh! We just removed that.
Python Fedora. Python Twisted.
Which is done as well?
Mostly.
Mostly.
Track. All the hive around track are plugins for track, so
Yeah.
it only blocks itself. And what is here?
And nobody wants to use it.
Triton D, no idea what that is.
It's like maybe it's new system D.
And VX Python. And Boost, we already seen. Sugar, that's one laptop per child thingy. We can skip that as well, I guess.
Per child. in
GNOME
F-
Python 2,
Co to shit, obviously.
Pygame.
I think so.
Pygame would be good, huh?
Yeah, it would. And what is this? Mercurial. That's why Python is moving to Git.
because
Because
Mercurial
Git-
doesn't run in Python 3.
Because Git is not written in Python.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's Ruby, right?
No, it's GitHub.
Git
Git
written
is
in C.
in
C and some Perl, I guess.
GitHub
And
Ruby.
so Mercurial is in Python and it's Python 2 only, and they were like, we don't like porting stuff to Python 3 because we introduced it, and so let's just use Git. Okay, I guess
What's in Python
We just
Fedora?
make Python 3.
Yeah,
You have to fix all the stuff.
The
So
original-
Python
the
Fedora-
original developer of Mercurial is giving up
Yep.
the project.
Isn't the notify one should be pretty small?
I think Doge would be easy to port. Let's just start with that.
And what does
What does
Fedora
it do?
Python contains?
Fedora Python contains a lot of tools for infra, I guess.
Isn't the other problem with Fedora Python apparently it has to be compatible way back? It has to be compatible to Apple 5, I think they told me.
That's why it's called Fedora,
Yeah.
because it has
But
to be
they
compatible
They
with
brought it from the Apple machines to do stuff to Fedora, someone told me. Because I was thinking I would move some stuff into Python Fedora, and they're like, oh, it's compatible with Python 2.3 right now.
What? I mean,
Yeah,
just
let's not-
Python
let's not start
2.4.
Whatever it is, something
We were
ancient.
porting
2.4 is on Rails
Something
5.
ancient. Okay, 2.4 then. And I was like, no, it's not.
We were looking at PyLDAP or Python LDAP, and it has a frequently asked questions on its website. And one of the questions is this compatible with Python 1?
What the
And then you read this question and you're like,
No way.
There are lots of dirty things in Python.
So we have Python
Yeah.
Fedora, we have Python Fedora Django, Python
I mean-
Fedora Flask,
I mean, things.
Turbo Gears, and Turbo Gears, Turbo Gears 3.
Eurograbber, I think,
Yeah,
is
in
going
Python
to
free
Python
Fedora.
1, right?
Oh.
So we have Python free Fedora, but it is red because we don't have Python free Fedora Django, Python free Fedora Flask, and Python free Fedora whatsoever. It's maybe possible that the package maintainer just created Python free Fedora subpackage and forgot all the others.
Yeah, I think so.
So the good way would be to see Fedora in Fedora packaging database, see if it's Toshio or somebody else. Yeah. Ralph is here. Go get him. Both of them are Python and not Python free. Turbo Gears. I don't know what.
Yeah, those are weak as well. The point is that the Python Fedora Turbo Gears subpackage will probably depend on Turbo Gears, which is not Python 3. So I guess you can't for that, but Turbo Gears 2 is in
Flask Django works.
I think so. Yeah.
So Python, Fedora Python modules, a collection of Python code that allows program to talk to Fedora services.
Let's go with the dog, yeah.
Let's go with Doge. So what I will do, I will locate Doge in the database and I will check if it doesn't depend on any package. It's not red, so it's fine. We're just gonna, we can port it directly. There is no upstream link here, so I go to Fedora packaging database, I go to upstream. I will check if there is any issue about Python 3. That's a good idea. There are no issues whatsoever. 90% issue. Let's see if there is like closed once fix issue. We don't like Python 3. So code. What does it say? Setup I. It says Python 3 in here, so it might be only a packaging thing. So let's just get Doge cloned and.
Refresh everything DNF. Christ, what are you doing?
How do I run it? Setup I.
I think there will be bin file, single file in Doge folder. Is there anything else? Oh.
In it. Wow, file.
Wow.
Wow. How do I run it directly?
Whoa.
Okay, so
Install it as a user.
so I will just run Python 3 setup by install user And now I should have the command.
Oh, it works.
So we successfully ported Docker by running it. So I know most of you said you're not so into the packaging stuff, but while we are there, we can definitely just go to champ Fedora SCM fed package clone.
Alone.
Thank you. Alone. I feel so alone.
Forever alone.
Forever cloning. Okay.
Forever a clone.
Go there. See what's there. Not much. And so what do we have in here?
Such shebangs, wow.
So let's just put number 3 in here, number 3 in here, and
Much Python 3.
Such yeah, put a comment about
We
it.
need to write a natural language processor that searches through all of the spec files to find jokes.
so what does this do? It removes.
Python 2.
It just removes shebang. So we don't need to fix that, and we just.
No, you should use the new macros. Py install, py build.
Do you know them directly? Do you remember them?
Py /install.
Py build and py underscore build, py underscore install.
Py3, right?
Yeah, Py3. Yeah, sure.
Because you need Doge in Apple.
Doge is an app, right? Alright.
So it's here. And where is the macro example spec file? Down here?
Yep.
Auto setup py3 install?
Yep.
Yeah,
and py3 build. Yeah, okay, thank you. So this is. Do I need to pass it build root or it just does it for me?
Fine.
Cool. py3 build, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we need this and we need this.
And pycache, right. So, or does it list
That
also?
should include that, I think.
Like this?
Is there like Py3 files or something? Macro?
Okay. And that's about it, I guess. Let's just try it. Local. Yeah. No pycache, so just don't use it. But this will also include pycache, probably. So it builds. Let's see the guideline. What does it do about pycache? It does nothing about pycache, so we are doing it right. And now, as a proven packager, just push this. Okay. So now, what I should probably do is file a back.
Does it use a license macro?
What macro?
License macro.
Yeah, it doesn't do. Leo, let's fix all the specs with everything. Yeah, you are right. So we only have license is a license, and readme is a doc. Right?
Oh, that's Ian's package. Just push it, and if he complains, tell him to come to me.
Also, you should have a change log entry.
Yeah, done. Right. You were just a little slower than me. Okay, so something better than much Python 3. Such modern.
So much modern shit. Do a couple of these entries, like
I think we should leave the building.
Yeah, right. Too much Python 3.
You're on fire! Okay, and yeah,
sounds good.
Sounds good. And you sure? Should I push it?
You changed
it's your teammate or what? What did you say?
Yeah, he was, I was just joking. He's actually my sponsor.
And it's here, beautiful initial package build. Wow, such Python macros. Let's be consistent. And wow,
and put it in one line.
Now I don't know.
He's using one line.
So many developments.
Such new version, many less traceback.
Okay, such modern, very Python free. much wow, very license. And now what I
Have you also changed the release, like in the?
yeah, I did it with a keystroke
Okay.
together with the changelog.
Sorry.
Wow,
Such ninja.
Such ninja. Okay, what's the description? Dog is simple and it runs on Python 3. Okay. Cool. Now the other thing is we run dog from Git, and I'm not sure if this 2.2.0 version supports Python 3. It would be a good idea to check
Is this some?
if we are not running 3.6.0 or something
Are
like
you
that.
not planning on having a Python 2 package as well?
No, this is an application,
Okay.
and
3.5, yeah.
no reason to run both of them. So you just choose the better Python.
Unless there is like a library subpackage that someone will want to import.
That's like the DNF.
Yeah.
Because DNF is application, but it also contains libraries. So DNF itself is running on Python 3, but it provides also Python 2 DNF because people are using it as a library.
So
basically, guys are assuming that no one wants to.
So you have to update it also.
yeah, I don't know if I have to, but I will.
Why do you use 0?
Das wird schön.
Yeah, because I'm bumping it. And much new version.
How many developments is the correct line?
Yeah, it's well many developments. Okay, sorry about that. My mistake.
You have to be consistent.
Well many developments. Okay, now let's just spec to get the source. It's not found because maybe
because we did not
Yeah.
upload the new one.
Yeah.
we are not uploading. I'm getting it.
You're just not exporting them there, I guess.
Yeah, new sources.
350 on here. Okay, never mind. Just give it a 5 and update it in the spec and check on GitHub if this version also supports it. And then file maybe upstream back about this. 3505. What did I just did? I googled for 5, not what I went. Did it find Python 5? Oh, it doesn't exist. Be consistent. Tags. 3.5. It doesn't even have the tag. Okay, let's 3.3.0 and see if it's it's already there. I guess they didn't introduce the support and then drop it and introduce it back.
You never know with Doge.
You never know. Such cool.
And
yeah, we got a source. We built it. And now we should see if it works, right?
yeah.
So I should pip uninstall pip3. Uninstall. Do I need to use user? No such option user. Yes. And now I'm gonna type my root password in the right place. Nobody sees it. Okay. And I'm gonna DNF install nor 3.5. Yes.
We have some memory corruption. None of your messages are readable.
It's the Python 3 Unicode, you know.
Oh,
yeah. It's crypto. It's called libcheck, and the non-libchecks can understand. But this is a very long transaction.
It's a terrible font.
You don't like my font?
It shifts pixels and often puts the accents and whatnot on top of it.
Done. And let's run it. Wow!
Such big speed.
Many git.
Very demon.
Beautiful uptime. What's your uptime? Nice.
So much terminal.
all the ones. We can patch it so it says so much Python 3, but never mind. Okay, so I have this nice div we cannot read. Here. So what we changed in the spec version, we changed to Python 2 devel and Python setup tools to Python 3 devel and Python 3 setup tools. We changed it to Py3 build and Py3 install macros, and we changed the install thing, and we added new changelog lines. We might want to merge those because we never did anything in between. Like this.
And you missed the where development.
Yeah. Sorry. Like that. And I would like to have a command that opens the bucket attachment and do this for me, but I don't have such command. I'm gonna do it manually then. Good if wow.fetch and Bugzilla enter back. That's a slow thing. Okay, anything more we should port? We have 20 minutes, so now we can port YAM. Okay.
I think it would make a lot of people happy if there was YAM again.
Fortunately, all those people are wrong.
If I say doc should run on Python 3, is that offensive to the maintainer?
No.
No?
No, Ian's cool.
You can.
Right, I can do wow things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't get very much Python 3.
Okay. And description of the problem. Okay, so legacy, much not wow, Python 3 set 2. Version release of the component, whatever, that's not important. How reproducible, step actual resource.
Just delete everything.
Much reproducible.
Much
Oh, that's too good.
Something like this.
Wait a minute. Yeah. For not being a workshop, this has been the best workshop ever.
Much patch attached. Right?
Yep, like good. Don't forget the patch.
Yeah, I will.
We should add a photo of